Hello children. In our lesson today, we're going to be learning all about finding change. We're going to be building on the skills that we developed yesterday when we were looking at finding the difference between two numbers. And we're going to be putting those into practice in our lesson where we're finding change. Everything you need is in the PDF file and also this video. So what I'm going to do is show you an example of how we could find change when we go shopping. Now I say in the PDF file that when we go shopping, it's not very often that we have the exact amount of money to pay for something. So you can see here, I've got some broccoli and it costs 37 pence and I've got £1 to pay with it. Now I've got enough money to buy it because £1 is 100 pennies, so that's more than 37 pence. So when I come to pay for this at the till, I'm going to give the broccoli to the shopkeeper and I'm also going to give the shopkeeper the pound. And then I'm going to get some change back. So let's see how that change will be calculated. So I'm going to write this as a number sentence. So I have given the shopkeeper £1 and the shopkeeper is going to take away 37 pence out of that pound, so that's the cost of the broccoli. And there are two ways that I could do this. And these are the ways that we looked at yesterday. Now the first way is that I can jump up on a number line from 37 pence up to £1. So let's try that one. So let me write 37p at the start of my number line, and then I'm going to write £1 at the end. And to make it easier, I'm going to actually in my head say, well, actually £1 is the same as 100 pennies. So I'm going to write that there to remind me. So let's see. So I'm going to jump up, not straight to 100 because that'd be quite difficult. So I'm going to do it in a couple of jumps. So the first jump I'm going to make is to the next number ending in 0, because remember how we said it's always much easier when we're counting on or counting back to have a number that ends in 0. So I'm going to write the next number that ends in 0 here, and I know that the next number after 37 ending in 0 is 40, so I'm going to write that there. So what do I need to jump up from 37 pence to 40 pence? Well, I know my number bonds, and I know that 7 add 3 makes 10. So 37 add 3 should make 40. So I'm going to add on 3p. Now I'm going to jump up from 40p to 100p to £1. Now I could do that in lots of jumps of 10, but I'm actually going to do it in one big jump because I'm going to use my number bonds again. I know that 4 add 6 makes 10, so 40 add 60 must make 100. So I'm going to add on 60p. Now I'm going to count my jumps. I'm going to see how much my jumps are worth. I've got a 60p, add a 3p. So 60 add 3 is 63p. So I'm going to get 63 pence change. Now this is sometimes called shopkeeper method because that's how, a long time ago, when you went into a shop, that's how your change was counted out for you. I could, of course, always jump back on a number line to check, and that would mean I'd start at 100 because that's my 100p, which is my pound, and then I would jump back by 37 pence. Okay, I'm actually going to jump back. Normally I jump back my ones first, but I think it might be a little bit easier for today to jump back by my 30 because I partitioned my 37 into a 30 and a 7. So I'm going to jump back 30. So 10 take away 3 is 7, so 100 take away 30 must be 70. And then I'm going to jump back 7p. Didn't actually leave myself enough room here, but I think you can see. 70 take away 7 is 63, because again, I know that 10 take away 7 is a 3, so 70 take away 7 must be 63. I've got the same answer. I'm going to get 63 pence change. Now, there's a little bit of a challenge on the independent work slides in our PDF file. And I said, if you can, check your answer. Because when you go to a shop, You always check your change to make sure you've got the right amount. And the way that we check change is that we do the inverse operation. So I've done subtraction here, so I've got to do an add to check that I've got the right amount of change. I'm going to do an addition sentence. So I've got £1 take away 37 pence is equal to 63 pence. So to find out whether I've got the right answer, I'm going to add my two smallest numbers in this equation, which is 37 and 63. So I'm going to add them together, 37 and 63. Now straight away I can see that I've got a 7 and a 3, so I'm going to cross into tens. I might have to exchange. So let's just see what I do. 7 add 3, that comes to 10. Need to do expanded addition. 3 tens add 6 tens is 9 tens. That gets me to 90. 0 add 0 is 0. 1 10 add 9 tens is 10 tens, and I write them both in there. It gets me back to 100. I could do it using the standard written method, which is this. 7 add 3 is 10. Remember, I put my 0 here, and I exchange those tens for a new 10. 3 10 add 6 tens is 9 tens. Add on another 10 is 10 tens, and I'm going to write them in there. Now again, children, and I haven't been too good at this on this one here, but generally I think I've got all my digits in one box. Remember, when you're writing out your number sentences, always make sure that you put one digit in each box, because then it makes it so much easier to add or subtract. Have a go at the challenge questions if you can, but don't worry if you can't. Just try and do the independent task. I've also added in some extra tasks if you want to do some more practice. They are optional. That means you don't have to do them. Okay, but if you want to, they are there for you. I hope you get on okay with this, children. I think you will, because you're absolutely amazing at maths. So looking forward to seeing your work. Have a great day. Bye.